Listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Break it down, move around, what you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Make it bounce, make it jiggle, what you sitting on? That ass make a brother need crash insurance. The booty get any bigger, you gon' need.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and not Mamba.
That's it.
Where's Mamba?
He is spending his time bettering himself.
Like doing what? Touching himself?
I mean, I don't know if that's going to make him a better person, but maybe. Maybe he is doing that, and he just told us he was doing something else. So we wouldn't make fun of him.
Pretty sure.
That we're still going to make fun of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we're back after, 3 weeks?
Damn, it's been a while. Yeah, because the last time we had a podcast, I was still employed. And that was before March 8th.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yeah.
How does it feel being unemployed?
I mean, it feels different. Like, when you wake up in the morning, it's like you have no purpose.
I mean, don't you normally not have a purpose anyway?
True. But when I do have a job, I wake up still feeling the same way, that I have no purpose. But at least I'm going somewhere to get paid. And I no longer have that option.
Don't you get that government check, though?
Well, technically, I'm still getting paid because they gave me like a severance and all that stuff. So technically, I'm still getting paid. But still, even though like I'm getting paid, there's still a void in my heart, you know.
But so you're getting paid for free, not doing anything.
Yes, that is the basics of it. It's like, oh, we're sorry, we're canning you. So here's a couple paychecks to ease the pain. Which I guess, I mean, there's some places that don't give you shit. They just give you your walking papers and
That's right.
And see ya.
Can you do a favor? Can you turn on my headphones a little bit? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Anyway, or how's the job hunt going?
It's actually very busy. It's weird because thinking back to like all the jobs I had before, it was pretty much you apply for one job, you have one interview, and then they tell you whether you got it or not. And that's it. That's it.
How many interviews have you been on?
Oh, God.
For the same job?
I've been, I think the most I've done is four of them for one job.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
I just had my fourth one today for this one company.
Damn.
And then I did.
Will there be a fifth?
No, I mean, at this point, it's like, come on, you should know where. It's like, what the fuck are we doing now? Now we're just going in circles.
You're not. You see, the thing is that they're not sure if you're good enough after the fourth time. They need one. You know, they say 6 times the charm.
That's true. Yeah. But it's funny because, like I said, you know, that's how it used to be. I remember my first job, my very, very first job ever. I had a paper route, and I went to the. Oh, what the fuck?
Did you get diddled?
No.
Oh.
Wait, no, I didn't. I think did Cicero have a newspaper at that time? Or it might have been the Sun Times or the... No, it wasn't the Sun Times Tribune because those fuckers are like heavy as shit. Like
Yeah.
they give you like fucking...
Were they the ones with like the coupons and shit?
No. I think it was Cicero Time or Cicero Life. Cicero Life.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was Cicero Life. So I remember I went to the office with my dad. And I'm like...
How old were you?
This is when I was in like 7th grade.
Damn, child labor ass.
I know. Now that I think about it, there were some child labor laws that were broken because you had to deliver them before 8 a.m. So I would have to get up before school. And I had 3 blocks. I had the block that I'm on, the one east, and the one west. And I got this little, like this card, and these are all the addresses that you got to go to. And they would update them like every week depending on subscribers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the night before, they would, I think it was 2 or 3 times a week. So the night before, they would drop the stack in front of my house.
Yeah.
And then I just bag them in the morning and on my way.
Bag them and gag them?
bag them and gag them, and then sit back and reap the rewards, which was about $80 a month.
Damn, for a six. Well, how did you say you were? 6th or 7th grade?
Yeah, I think my biggest paycheck was when I had the most, because like people were, the more subscribers you get, obviously, because they give you tips.
Ooh.
So I remember
How the fuck do you get tips though?
when you pay your bill,
Yeah, you could tip the
you
paper
could
boy.
tip on the bill.
Oh shit.
So usually it was like whatever, like $5, $2. But during Christmas time, now remember when we first, like, this is around the time when we first moved in to Cicero, so it was nothing but Polish people, Polish and Caucasians.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was very
so,
European.
So they were very generous.
Yeah.
Like had it been like it is now, like none but Mexicans, you don't tip shit.
They wouldn't even get the paper.
Exactly.
They'd be
'Cause they
stealing their
can't even
neighbor's
read.
paper.
Yeah, they'll steal the neighbor's paper. I kid.
The only paper they
I
get
kid.
is La Raza.
I kid the immigrants.
Calm
yeah,
down,
so-
Donald Trump.
So like I remember my biggest paycheck was like $140 something. It was my Christmas check, and it's because like a lot of people tipped during the Christmas time. But bro, like $146, and like I think we got paid every 3 weeks. It was almost once a month. It was every third week or something. But to me, man, I was high roller, bro. $146.
What'd you do with the 140?
Bro, I went to the fucking local Kmart and I got me the freshest pair of British Knights.
Damn.
Bro, I came back from Christmas break.
Did you sure you didn't buy them at Venture?
No, it was actually it was Kmart. It was super Kmart.
You should hit up Service Merchandise for them like fancy calculators or some shit.
Nah, bro, I had to be fresh, man, because this was back when baggy jeans were all the rage, so I needed some new kicks, bro. I got the hottest.
Should have got a starter jacket.
They were that was no, I don't think I could afford. If I bought a starter jacket, I wouldn't have been able to afford the shoes. And I really wanted the shoes, cause the thing was, my parents would always buy me like the shoes they would buy me. They would always get them like on clearance, like at Marshalls or whatever, those kind of stores. So, they wouldn't have the hotness. Like I couldn't get the new Shaqs.
Damn.
Or the new British Knights. So I actually went to Kmart and I got me the freshest pair of British Knights. And it wasn't they weren't that expensive, but it was probably like the first time I actually like bought my first pair of shoes by myself.
Damn.
So yeah,
Did you get any baby girls with those shoes?
of course not.
None of them seventh grade girls.
Much to my disappointment, no, I did not. But like thing is, like the point is, you go and you're like, hey, I want a paper route. Okay, where do you live? Okay, where do you go to school? Here. Okay. You can do 3 blocks? Sure. All right. You're hired. That was it.
And now?
And then after that, I worked that for a while. Then I worked at the school at Midtown.
Oh,
at the
okay.
center.
Yeah.
So when I worked there, it was pretty much like, I mean, I had
Are
already
you a
been-
delinquent?
I was already a student there. Oh, they already knew I was at risk. So, but once I got into high school, they had like
They knew you had a high A score?
exactly high, very high. So when I got to high school, they would do like interns. They call them internships. So you would basically work for half the day, and then the other half you'd like take classes. So as long as you're in the program, they'd put you somewhere to work. It's not like, but they did have an interview just to give you that experience.
Oh, what was the interview?
It was
Like, how do you feel about working?
I was like, "How do you feel about working?" I'm like, "Oh, my mom told
hired.
me to come here." Like,
Ah,
no,
sounds good enough. You're
yeah,
hired.
Yeah, exactly. So it was pretty much just like just to go through the process. But yeah, it was one interview. Okay, congratulations, got the job, yay! Then after that, my sophomore year in high school, I started working at Best Buy, and I had a friend that worked there. He's like, hey, they're hiring for the holidays for temp, and I'm pretty sure they'll keep you on afterwards if you're not a total fucking loser. So yeah, I applied. I remember I submitted the application. I had one interview, and like, okay, like they went through all these questions, and then they called me later that day, like, oh, can you start Monday? Okay, sure. And that was it. And then every other retail job is pretty much one interview,
You're
they call
hired.
you back, you're hired. One interview, you're hired. But I guess in the IT world is different because I guess there's a lot of
Competition.
well, yeah, I'm sure there is, but I guess maybe they're trying to weed out the people that are very socially awkward. So they want to make sure that like you can actually talk to someone, especially if you're gonna be doing like end user support and things like that. So that's what they really look for. Like they really want to know how you communicate. and they have you go like they have you communicate over the phone. How do you communicate over the phone? Then how do you do it in person? How do you do it with like multiple people in the room? And it's like, what, man? It's fucking it takes a toll. I was like, man, I'm busier now that I'm jobless than when I did have a job. Because I got to keep track of all these interviews, you know.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when they call you, like they're like, oh, hey, I'm calling from such and such company, and one of the first things they ask you, like, oh, so how'd you hear about us? I'm like, okay, well, on Indeed.com or
Right.
Glassdoor or whatever.
The fucking newspaper. The Cicero Life.
Fucking yeah, Cicero Life, the classifieds,
Craigslist.
Craigslist. What is it? Casual encounter section, Craigslist.
Wait,
yeah.
are you the one that asked for like 4 roses or some shit?
Wait, is that code for something?
Yeah.
Because you can't like.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like for hookers.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I heard.
You heard from a friend?
Yeah.
Friend of a friend?
Yeah.
Of a friend?
Hmm.
Okay.
I definitely did not find that on my own.
Oh, okay. Yeah. After the show, we'll discuss what these codes mean. You know, only because I want to make sure I want to stay away from all those
Right.
all those
If
posts.
you see that, you just
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
nope. That's why I say when they call you up,
Yeah.
be like, how many roses did you say
Yeah.
this was for again? Be like, no. Oh shit, that was the wrong post. My bad.
Yeah.
bad.
But then they also ask you like, oh, so like, what do you know about our company? And like, okay, well, you know, I know you guys are in this industry. You guys do this. This is their size.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you look really stupid if they call you and they're like, oh yeah, don't you guys do this? Like, no, we don't do that at all. It's like, fuck, strike one.
That was the other company.
That was the other
Shit.
company. Can we start over? Let's rewind that a little bit.
I gotta pull out my notes real quick. Hold on.
So yeah, so you don't look like a fucking idiot. And then and then you gotta schedule these interviews. Like I've had someone that like, hey, like can you come in for an in-person interview on Monday? I'm like, yeah, sure, Monday anytime. So Monday at 9 a.m. They're like, okay, it'll take like about an hour or two. And I remember I had a phone interview that day too. It was my second phone interview for this other company.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, can you do 12 o'clock? I'm like, oh, that's perfect. You know, 9 a.m. Even if it's like 2 hours, 9, 10, like even 2.5 hours, I'll still be out, you know, by 11:30, and I can just take the phone call while I'm in the car, whatever doesn't matter. So that interview lasted till 12:30. So I missed the second phone interview, which I'm like, I felt bad. So I actually called the guy back, and I don't know, apparently they liked me enough to where they still had me. They want to meet me in person. So I got that one coming up, and then just a bunch of other ones. But I'm already on the tail end of like 4 or 5 of them. I already went through like the entire thing, and now it's like
Waiting.
now I'm just waiting.
Hopefully they call you back.
Yeah. Or they just tell me to pound sand.
Mm.
I'm just hoping that maybe like they all say no, so like I know that I tried, and then I can just go to the unemployment office, give me that fun employment, get that fun money.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
Yep. Because you know Trump says he's gonna up that. You know,
Is he? I thought he was gonna take it away.
pretty sure he's what? I shouldn't have fucking voted for him.
You still got that Obama phone?
Oh yeah, I still got the Obama phone. Yep.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, so here's my advice to all the listeners out there. One thing I recommend is always have your resume ready. Because you know what, when you get canned from your job, like
When you get shit canned?
yeah, when you get shit canned, like it's already shitty as it is. The fact that you're getting shit canned, but then you gotta start looking for a job, and then the last thing is like, okay, now I gotta like start my resume from scratch, or I gotta make sure I update my resume. I gotta look at dates. I gotta add all this, add all that. You know, like that's the last thing you want to be doing. Like if you just have it ready. That way, like, when it happens, you're like, all right, it's ready. Just fucking throw it up on Indeed. Throw it on fucking Glassdoor. You know, send it to some recruiters, whoever. And then, you know, you're already, like, you know, you get started right away, which is what I wanted to do. That's what I did. Like, I actually, like, when my boss was let go, I kind of had a feeling. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm next. Remember, we talked about this.
Yeah.
So I actually had updated my resume at that time.
I thought you got fired for sexual harassment.
Whoa. The details of that, you know, since luckily the person that complained against me had filed you could sign a paper. They're saying that instead of going through your own legal course, you go through an arbitrator. You can go through arbitration. So luckily, she decides to go through arbitration.
Ooh, so you
that
got
was
off scot-free.
That was a win for me. Yep.
But you know what they say: if you smile, you can't file.
Why do you think that it does not on my record?
Exactly.
Because it was proven she was smiling the whole time.
She liked it.
I kid. That is not even remotely close to what happened.
Did you tell all your soon-to-be employers about this podcast?
Hell
Did you tell,
no.
Did you tell them,
Definitely not.
I have a very successful podcast.
No, not only do I not tell them about my podcast, but I made sure that like I don't use my regular email, which is
So for anonymity purposes,
yeah. So friend, I don't care if people know. It's my Tony Divine email.
Right.
I don't use that email.
it's not
because-
Tony to the max.
No, it's not that. That one's too out in the world. But I actually like use my actual quote unquote professional email for all correspondence because they will Google you, and I don't use my real name on any social media. So if they Google my real name, it's like they're not gonna get shit.
Right.
But no, they have no idea. Like if I
But I put your real name in every single episode.
but you
of
know
this
what?
episode.
You know,
This podcast.
you know what's
Look it up.
fucked up? I put my resume on Indeed.
Yeah.
But I logged in with my professional email.
Yeah.
So something happened to where I guess I had an account, but I used my
Other email, yeah.
my regular email, the one that I have on my Facebook, which
Yeah.
is not my real name.
Right.
So somehow that one, I think I uploaded it to that account as well.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, oh shit. So I took it down right away.
Right.
I think in the time, but like when I took it down, somebody must have seen it because I got to that email. I got a response from someone from HR for this company saying, hey, we have this position open. Would you be interested? I was like, fuck. I'm like, I don't remember using this email, but I'm like, if they ever Google this email,
They're not
they're
gonna like
not
what
gonna
they
like
see.
what they find.
So you just be like, nah, I'm good, thanks.
No, you know, I'm like, well,
I'll pass.
the time I was like, fuck it, whatever. So I responded. I'm like, sure, yeah. So he's like, okay, well, here's the link. Apply and send me an email when you're done. So I applied. After I applied, okay, you know, we saw your resume. Want you to take this technical assessment. So I took the technical assessment, and they're like, okay, we're gonna give you a call. We want to, someone's gonna talk. So I called me over the phone. I talked to them. They're like, okay, we want to bring you for an in-person interview. So yeah, they went through the whole process. I had like a total like 4 interviews with them, and so
And last interview, they were like, yeah, we heard about that shitty podcast
yeah.
you do. Yeah, we want no part of that.
I'm like, well, joke's on you because you wasted the hell out of your time interviewing me 4 times for this.
You're like, I had nothing better to do.
Exactly. See, I had nothing better to do. You, on the other hand, wasted your time and company resources. So joke's on you. Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day because we're here in the city of Chicago. They're looking for a new mayor. There's between 2 candidates, and I was like, what if one day one of us wanted to run for public office? Like, is this podcast going to come back and haunt us?
Fuck yeah. Not only that, but all those posts, all those pictures that are out there like that. No, trust me, man. Politics is not in our in the cards for us.
But what
not in our future.
But what if we get ahead of it? Like, what if we're like,
is
I'm running
true.
for mayor, but
if
these
you-
are I'm laying all my cards out on the
That's
table.
true. All your skeletons.
Yep.
Like, all right. So I think that's different. Yeah. If you do that, you control the narrative.
Yeah.
If you control the narrative, then you have the people on your side.
You control the narrative. Don't let the narrative control you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good. A good
yeah.
way to live. So when I run for mayor, I'm gonna be like, look, listen, guys, I ain't gonna I'm gonna swear too in my when I do all my public.
You should, and if you
announcements.
do it like early and often, so it sets a precedent.
Exactly.
That way, you set the tone. Because if you try to be all proper and it's
Right.
gonna slip out.
Exactly, and not just that, but then like they're gonna listen to the podcast, and be like, this motherfucker don't sound like that.
Exactly.
But listen here, bitches.
We
all right,
keep it real.
yeah, like I did a podcast. It was really good. Y'all motherfuckers should listen to it.
Get those numbers up.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, that's why you want me to be your mayor, because I keep it real.
Exactly. Yeah, that'll.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can turn a negative, which is this podcast.
Be like, yeah, I said fuck Roman Reigns when he had cancer. Yeah, I said that. And what?
Yeah, I said it, but here's the context of that story.
Yeah, I said feminism is fake,
Yeah, I made fun of the vegans.
but not the gays. I love the gays. I have said
Exactly.
that many times on the podcast. I am very for the LGBTQIAPK community.
Bro, you can be like what's that one mayor? Pete Buttigieg.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can't even pronounce his name, but he is like he's a gay millennial, something like 4 other things that he is
Millennial metrosexual.
that would make him the first. Like it would make him the first of each and every one of them that's a presidential candidate. Like the first openly gay one, the first millennial, the first like this or the first that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You should run because you're like I thought you were like the first
I am
millennial
the
ever.
first millennial. I'm patient zero. He should be calling me to thank me.
See, there you go. You could run as the first millennial,
Exactly. As the millennial.
the one and only millennial.
I tell people that on my job interviews.
I am the
They're
first
like,
millennial.
oh, you know, one of the first questions, like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm like, oh, well, did you know that I am the first millennial?
Mm-hmm.
So they either like, or oh, that's great, or oh, it's your fault we have all these fucking pussies out there. So you know, it's one of those like high risk, high reward statements. You know,
So, like, you're unemployed, and I'm here doing this podcast like you, and Mamba's out there bettering himself. Where has the
I
world
know.
gone wrong?
this is.
Mamba's doing homework or studying for some tests or some bullshit.
Did he
Like-
messages? He just got a raise at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audacity of him to do that. Like he knows I'm over here struggling. He knows like how this has impacted me negatively.
Right, and he's
Like-
talking about
like-
getting more money.
Yeah, like you know, a month ago, you know, my name's out there in bright lights. You know, I'm over there making headlines.
Yeah.
What happens 2 weeks later? I'm in the fucking bread lines.
Is that a Kanye song?
Of course not. It's a Tony Divine original.
Yeah, right.
Patent pending. So nobody take that. You know, one day you're making headlines, next day you're in the bread lines. Bro, it's rough. And he knows that. So what does he do? He has the audacity to tell me, like in the group chat, hey guys, I just got a raise at my
Yeah.
job that I work at, that I go to every
and
day.
My boss is gassing me up
Yeah, like I won this award for being the best employee of the
of
year.
the whole
of
Chicagoland
the whole
area.
Chicagoland area. I'm like, damn, dude, is that all you do is talk about yourself and how good you have it? Like, you think you show a little sympathy, you know?
Right?
Like he would tell me like the type of messages I want to hear or I want to see. Like,
Man,
in
I'm
the
having
group
a
chat.
horrible time.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
work.
Like, oh
Work
man, I
sucks.
hate my job.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I didn't have to go to work. Tony, you're so lucky. You
Yeah.
just stay. Yeah, you know, make me feel better about my situation. Don't be telling me about the raise you got
Right.
after you know I'm struggling.
That's some bullshit. Well, if it makes you feel better, I had a terrible time at work.
See, that does make me feel better.
This morning, I didn't want to wake up. I was like, fuck, I got to get up to go to work. Shit. I wish I was here sleeping.
That does make me feel better. See, Mamba should have done that instead of bragging about his raise.
Yeah. I'm not getting a raise. If anything, I think they're taking away money.
Ooh, getting a pay cut? Damn. See, all that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Junker. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a good guy.
Thanks. I try. Let's talk about our reverse sponsor.
Ooh.
Today's reverse
We
sponsor
have-
is Bell's Brewery. I talked about them. Oh, wait, where's the camera? Oh, no. A few episodes ago, I went to the Bell's tour
So
in
this is
Comstock, Michigan. It says right here, Comstock.
and this is the Bell's Oberon Ale, one of my favorites. It's an
Yes.
American wheat. I call it Oberon Martell because I like Game of Thrones.
I should have, when I was out there, I should have been like, hey, guys, you guys should sponsor us for real. Instead of being a reverse sponsor where we, like,
Be like a
pay you for us to
instead
talk
of being
about
a
you.
reverse sponsor because we're always buying your beer.
Right.
How about you just be a real sponsor? Or
And provide
regular
us with,
one
like,
for once.
free beer.
Yeah.
But Bell's Brewery is a small brewery in Michigan. It's not really that small, but they make some good shit. Two Hearted Ale.
Yeah.
Oberons are their top sellers. They also have this one called Official. It's very, very good if you're into IPAs. But yeah.
I'm into beer.
Oh, any kind of beer?
Is IPA a beer?
Yes, it's a type of beer.
Then I'm into it.
Do you like some Miller High Life?
Oh, I love me Miller High Life.
I
Bro.
got some in the fridge if you want.
Bro, Miller High Life, you know, it's the champagne of beers.
It's not.
Not only that, like my favorite beers are High Life because it's champagne of beers. So it's obviously it's a classy beer, you know. Only like, you know, high class people drink that shit. And then there's Coors, which is the banquet beer.
I do
love me
like the
some
banquet
banquets.
beer.
Yeah.
I do like Coors. Coors is good. I mean, it's not Coors Light, but, you know, it's pretty good.
But yeah. So if you could have the banquet beer and the champagne of beers in one night, would that be a good night?
It'd be a great night.
I think that's like a great night.
Well, I was in. Oh, so you know, I went to Mexico. I was gone for it. That's why we haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't record. You know, you're when you're off to Mexico, we don't record. You come back, my life is in shambles.
That's what happens when I leave, man.
Man,
You should have came with me. It would have been.
I should have gone with you.
Yeah, that way you could have seen like other
not-
people's lives in shambles.
Yeah.
It would have made you feel way better about yourself.
I should have gone. Not only that, but I didn't even need to request a time off.
Exactly. It was like free vacation.
You think it would have been funny if I would have requested those days off and my the guy I reported to, I don't want to call him my boss because I was never transition to report to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if I would have just gone to him and be like, "Hey, I need these days off," he would just looked at me like, "Yeah, okay." I'm like, "Don't you need to sign anything?"
No.
You're good. Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
You want me to send you a calendar invite, like let you know what days I'll be on or when I come back? Nah,
That's not
no,
necessary.
that's fine. Just go. Have fun. Like, wait a minute.
What do you call it? But yeah, I had a great time. And while I was in Mexico, we were well, for those who are new to the podcast or haven't listened in a while, I surprised my wife with a trip to Mexico for her birthday.
Which, I mean, if I recall correctly, didn't she already know?
She knew we
Or
were
she knew you were going somewhere.
somewhere. She
and the
didn't know
reason
where.
is because you had like the worst excuse to why you couldn't go to Michael Bublé because she wanted to go see Michael Bublé, right?
Right.
And she wanted was it here or
It was here, but then like I couldn't make it here because we're gonna be in Mexico.
So it was here,
Right.
and she wanted to go, and this is like
and once we went to Detroit.
this is like on a Saturday night or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a Saturday night, and she wants to go to this concert, and you're like, "Oh, we can't go." She's like, "Why not?" And you said you had a doctor's appointment.
Yep.
At fucking 8 p.m. on a
Hey,
fucking
man.
Saturday.
Hey man, you never know. I was scheduled for the doctor could only be available at that time. He's a busy man.
What the fuck are you?
He's-
Unless you're gonna make a fucking biopsy or some shit.
Hey man, I can't. Due to HIPAA guidelines, I cannot.
You're not at liberty to disclose medical information
Definitely not.
due to ongoing investigation.
Exactly.
I mean, if your wife didn't know something was up, right? You just right there. She just like okay.
She knew something was up, but she never thought like 'cause I took.
But that was the best lie I could come up with. Like I got a doctor's appointment. Like I could see if the concert was at like 2 p.m. on a fucking Tuesday, but this is Saturday night.
Hey man, he's a busy man. He's high demand. You know what I'm saying?
That was fucking. I couldn't believe you. I'm like, you're fucking joking, right? You're like, no, I said I had doctor's
Bro,
appointment.
maybe I was getting gender reassignment surgery, and that was the only time he was available.
I guess so, man.
You know,
You're right. You're right. You know what? Unfortunately, due to HIPAA
HIPAA.
regulations,
Yeah, you
we're
can't-
not at liberty to discuss any medical records.
Nope, definitely not. So anyway, so I surprised her. Like I told her we're going to the Dells, to Wisconsin Dells.
See, that's funny, because I would not be excited for the Dells.
But she's never been there. Like for her, that's new, so she is excited.
See, you should have. See, the thing is, like, for it to be a real surprise, you need to get her to not be excited at all.
Yeah.
You should have told her like, oh, we're gonna spend the weekend in fucking Kankakee.
She doesn't know. She's never been to Kankakee. So she'd probably be excited about that too.
No, but okay. Tell her you're going to Kankakee, but then show her pictures of Kankakee. And make sure they're all like those really shitty ones, like, bad quality
Like
ones.
where it's like flooded and
yeah,
shit.
be like, oh, we're gonna go here, babe. Like there's an Arby's there, and there's fucking advanced auto parts we can go down. So that way, really, really bring her down.
Yeah.
But the fact that you mentioned somewhere she's never been before, she's gonna be naturally excited. So next time you gotta be like, yeah, we're gonna fucking go to Spokane or some bullshit.
Washington, I heard it's really nice in Spokane, Washington. Yeah.
Fuck, I never been there. But if somebody had told me, I would be excited.
And plus, not that far from Seattle.
You
Like,
tell her
who doesn't love the Emerald
You
City?
should tell her you're going to Cleveland.
She'd be excited to go to Cleveland too.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one because
She's never been to any place like outside of like Chicago, so or San Diego. So everything's exciting.
you should tell her you're going to St. Louis,
She'd be excited to go to St. Louis too.
even though you told her how much you hate it and it's
Yeah,
terrible.
she still wants to go.
Oh, we should go.
Nah, I'm good. So anyway, I told her we were going to the Wisconsin Dells, and then like in the morning we woke up. I took her to breakfast. After that, I started driving on the expressway. Like I probably went like a couple miles down. And I'm like, fuck! I forgot something. I printed out at the printer. We got to turn around because I got to go grab it. We're not gonna be able to. I need it for when we go to the Dells. So I come back home. I like park in the alley. I run inside. I let my mom know that we're here because she was gonna take us to the airport. I had already put the bags in the truck.
Okay.
So I'm like,
So she thinks you're going to the Dells at this point.
yeah.
Okay.
So I get out, I go back outside, and I'm like,
So wait. So what bags did she have? She just had a bag, like a weekend bag or something?
no, I told her to pack for a week.
A week at the Dells?
No, I told her we're gonna go to the Dells and we're gonna go to Minnesota,
Okay.
to Minneapolis, and
Okay.
and to Milwaukee.
So then how far did you drive?
I drove down, I like 2-3 miles.
And then you're like, oh, I gotta go back to the house. I forgot
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I drove to Damon
What was the point of that?
on 55.
She doesn't know where the Dells are. You could have driven anywhere. You could've
She knows
driven-
that the Delta are nearby, though.
I know, but you could have driven like down fucking Sister Avenue or some bullshit.
Yeah, but that would be more suspicious. But it doesn't matter. I couldn't drive myself to the airport. I needed a ride. So it was just to build up the excitement.
Okay.
Because we're taking the airplane. I'm not gonna drive to the airport. Where the fuck am I gonna do my car? Park it? I live like 2 blocks away.
So you just drove arbitrarily to.
So
the
yeah, I just
expressway.
drove down the expressway.
And you're like, oh shit.
So yeah, got off,
Damn.
turned back around, came home, ran inside, told my mom we were here, ran back out and be like, I told her get out of the car. She's like, why? I'm like, just get out. And she got out and I parked it.
You know what you should have done? Be like, get out. You should have drove off for like a block or two just to scare her.
Yeah, right. I parked the car and then my mom came out and I'm like, get in. And so she got in my mom's car and she said, where the fuck are we going? And the mom was like, we're going to the supermarket. You guys gotta take me. So
Okay,
I was like, I guess
that's a mom thing.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing.
yeah. So I was like, I guess we're taking
Okay,
her to
I
the
guess we're
supermarket.
taking my mom, yeah.
So we started driving to the supermarket and it's not that far from
The airport.
the airport. So
Okay.
we just, I was like, oh shit, I passed up the supermarket, and because I was the one driving, and I was driving and I drove to the airport, and then I pulled in, and she's like, why are we here? And I'm like, well, we're gonna take a plane, but you don't know where to yet. And then I'm like, we're going to Cleveland. and then we go into the airport, and then we go up to I had to go check in and shit, and she's like, and they're like, oh you guys are flying to Leon. And she starts bawling. Ooh. She was all happy. Those tears of happiness, not of sadness.
Are you sure those weren't tears of like if I'm going to Cleveland?
No, this was after she found out she wasn't going to Cleveland.
Okay.
So they're definitely tears of happiness.
So she's like, technically, she could have said, "You're going to fucking anywhere that's not Cleveland," and then she would have cried.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Oh, fuck yeah. I would have cried tears of joy if I found out I was going anywhere but Cleveland.
So she started crying, and then she was very surprised. And I'm like, don't tell your parents because they don't know, because it was a surprise for her parents and her sisters. So we get to Leon, and then we go straight to her father's house, or her father's work. I'm sorry, her grandmother's house, and we surprise him. And then we go to her mom's house and we surprise her mom and her sister. And then that's it.
Nice.
And then I threw her a surprise birthday party, which was a massive success.
So everything.
Might I add, everything was good.
You should have done the return trip as a surprise too. Just wake her up and say, "Surprise! We're going back today. Get your shit.
Let's go.
Let's go. We got 2 hours. Pack your shit and go."
I think that would have been a terrible surprise.
Bro, it's just to keep up the theme, the theme of the surprise.
There's supposed to be good surprises, not like bad surprises. What do you call it? But yeah, it was a massive success. You should have been there. You would have had a great time. The party was great. There were plenty of baby girls that are all single baby girls, might I add.
Oh, I see.
Not that you're single and you need to find baby
Not
girls.
that I would.
But
Not that I would indulge.
but
I mean,
it's nice to meet new people.
I mean, just because you picked the flower doesn't mean you can't admire the garden.
Exactly. That's my point exactly. So it's not like you need to mingle or anything, but it's nice to say hi, what's up, what's going on.
Yeah, I'm a social person.
Yeah. You'd have a good time either way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do regret not going. I did want to go. I could have gone, but yeah, I had definitely all the time in the world.
Yeah. And then what do you call it? And then I partied a couple times actually when I was out there. Her friend just bought a house. So we went to his house and we had what's called a kawamada, which is
Is it like a party with 40s?
Yeah, party with 40s, 40-ounce beers.
Nice.
And it was fucking awesome because we just had 40s all night. It's pretty badass. And a shout out to another type of beer, a Mexican beer that's fucking fantastic. It's
Can I
called.
guess?
Go ahead.
Monterrey.
No,
They have it at Aldi. It's pretty good.
that
Not
one.
Monterrey.
It's not an oldie
It's
beer.
Estrella de Jalisco.
That one's okay, but no, it's not that one.
Yeah, those are the only Mexican beers that I know
No.
aside from the usual suspects.
It's called Indio. It's really good.
Oh, I've had Indio.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
that's good. And then
You
Carta Blanca.
You haven't had it before?
I had it before, but
You just never really.
no, I've had it before. I had it a couple times, but the thing is that the reason I'm bringing it up is because it impressed other people that had never had it. Because I'm the one that bought it.
Okay.
Because at El Oxxo, which is like a 7-Eleven in Mexico,
Yes.
they had a special. It was 2 40s for 100 pesos or some shit, which is cheap as fuck.
Dude,
It was like
that's-
$6 or some shit.
Yeah. That's too.
So I bought 4 40s, 2 Carta Blanca, and 2 Indio. And everybody was impressed with my selections. They were like, "Oh, I never had Indio. Shit's good as fuck." So the little chick was like, "Oh, I never had Carta Blanca. It's good as fuck." I'm like, hey man, I'm opening the doors to
Bro,
you guys.
you were just firing on all cylinders.
So that was definitely my
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, Mexico junkyard is a lot better than United States junkyard.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there.
And I guess your most current trip just further solidifies that statement.
Bro, the thing is that Mexico junkyard has nothing to worry about. He's like worry free. And he's like, likes just living life to the fullest and and he's all about having a great time.
And over here, just about being a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
And worrying about everything.
Exactly.
And being a lame ass.
This is what happens when you being an American.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. So Obama.
Yep.
But yeah. So I guess I gotta move to Mexico. Live life to the fullest.
You do, because no one likes you here. You might as well go somewhere where you might as well go be somewhere where you will thrive.
Exactly.
It sounds
Where I will
like
be the best.
Mexico is
I will
the
be the
place.
best me. Live life to the fullest.
I don't think you even need to be the best you. You just need to be not this. And I think you'll be okay anywhere.
But hey, man, I mean, life's rough everywhere.
Yeah.
Can't always get what you want.
No, you can't, man.
But next time I go to Mexico,
yeah, like I always say,
come.
man. One day you're in the headlines. The next day
you're in the bread
you're
lines.
in the bread lines.
So yeah. So, but yeah, I had a great time. You guys should have came. I invited all you motherfuckers to Mexico. The only person who took me up was our boy Alejandro.
Yeah, I heard he had a gay old time.
He did. So at the party, he started talking it up, chatting it up with one of Myra's friends. She was having it.
Well, of course.
She was having it.
I mean, over there, you need a passport. Or
American passport?
Or you need an American passport. Just bust out that U.S. citizenship card and boom.
That's right. But yeah, she was eating it up. She was picking up what he was putting down.
So whatever he was selling, she was buying
Yep.
by the barrel full.
Yep. And sadly, he did not take advantage, unfortunately.
'Cause he's a good guy. He didn't want to get her hopes up.
Why not?
I'm just trying to make him feel better. Man. I'm just,
That's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, unfortunately, he did not he didn't capitalize on the situation. And I actually saw his dad today, and his dad's like, "Why didn't you hook him up with a girl?" I'm like, "I tried. This is the second time that I've tried hooking him up, and both times he has not capitalized. I'm basically feeding him baby girls on silver platters, and he just
doesn't
he's
want
like,
to
nah. No,
could,
this is him. Let's say baby girl is a dish, right, on a silver platter, and I give it to him, and he does this. He grabs it and he licks a little bit, and he puts it back, and he does that. That's what he does. So I mean, what more can I do?
That's true.
You can lead a man to water,
Yeah,
but you can't make him drink.
that is true.
You
That
know?
is very true.
So unfortunately, it's his life,
Yeah, man. It is what it is. But at least you did all you could.
I did, and I do that for all my boys when Mexico junkyard is around.
Yeah, when the fun junkyard's
Yeah.
out. The fun-loving,
If you were
carefree.
If you were a single and ready to mingle man, I would do the same for you. I'd be like, oh, hey, have you met Tony? And be like, and just be striking up conversations left and right, and be like, hey, check it out, this is Tony. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'd definitely be like, hey, have you met me? No? Psh, well, you fucking should. Because
You are missing out.
You are missing out.
I learned how to open a bottle with a spoon. I still can't do it with my keys yet because it's harder, but I was able to do it with a spoon
So why didn't you bring a spoon down so we could open it with spoons?
because I have a bottle opener. I don't need a spoon.
Still, it's the principle.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I learned how to open a bottle with a spoon. It's a lot easier because you get a better grip.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's wider.
Yeah.
So it's easier than a key. I tried with the key, I still can't do it. It's too hard. It leaves that mark on my finger and it hurts.
Such a bitch.
But the spoon, bro.
The spoon doesn't hurt.
No, that one doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and rounded.
Well, at least you learn a new skill.
Yeah, I did. But anyway, yeah, I had a great time. I definitely drank a lot more while I was in Mexico than I normally do here. I drank every day for a week straight.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Place is not that place is will corrupt you quickly. I feel like.
It is not for the faint of heart.
No.
Not for the weak-willed.
No. Definitely not. But yeah, I had a great time. Next time I go, you should come with.
Next time I will definitely go.
Hopefully, if you have a.
That's true. Hopefully, I will
job.
have I will have some form of employment so I can pay for said trip. So yeah, we'll see. You were there for like almost, what was it, 2 weeks?
2 weeks and like 3 days, yeah.
Okay.
Because we haven't recorded in 3, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we missed a week before I left because.
Reasons.
Yeah, I think Mamba was doing some shit too. I think it was all Mamba. Mamba, like whenever we miss it, lately it's been because of Mamba. No, it's not you because you got nothing better to do. So.
I mean, obviously. I mean, when you said, "Hey, you want to record tomorrow?" I wanted to say, "Oh, I can't. I got to work late," or come up with some excuse. But we all know that's a goddamn lie now. We all know I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, it's true. You're definitely not doing nothing.
Nope, not at all.
What's it called? But yeah, we should probably call Mamba and see if he like answers.
Nah, fuck him. He made his choice.
He made his choice when he decided not to come over.
Exactly.
But I think the listeners would like to hear from him.
Well, then they can wait till next week when he's here.
What if he doesn't come in next week? What if last episode was the last episode ever?
That was last episode.
Yeah, we still have this though to remember him by.
Mamba's movie review. I hope I don't end up like Ebert.
Well, looks like you have a free a spot up in that soundboard
I'll
pretty soon.
have a couple.
You have a couple, yeah.
Because I also have this one, which we haven't used in a while.
Poncho segment. Poncho segment. Poncho segment.
And then you can also get rid of the Make Pick 2.
Oh, that's right.
Let me get a big pic too.
We haven't used that one in a long time.
No, we haven't.
Oh, Mamba. I actually do miss Mamba. I haven't seen him since last time we recorded.
I have. He's the same.
He doesn't look much better.
I mean, no.
But he's living the dream now. He's
not
making
well,
he's making
well,
many
in
moves.
fairness, in fairness, he doesn't look any better, but he doesn't look any worse. So it's kind of like he's kind of stagnant.
Right. But you know what they say? No news is good news.
Exactly. So yeah,
Good for Mamba. I would say I'm happy for him, but I'm not.
I would say that too, but I'm still upset. He was bragging about his raise when he knew my situation.
That's hilarious. So I'm trying to better myself too.
How are you doing?
I want to go back to school. That's my plans. You should come with me.
I should, but first, I need employment. Otherwise, how am I going to pay for said school?
Sell your body.
Like I said, I need to make money. It's not going to yield much income.
You never know. Bro, there's a demographic for everybody.
You know, you're right. I'd rather not. Let's leave that till like last resort. Let me see if I can find a regular job first before I start exploring that avenue.
Why, bro? Have you ever thought about being a gigolo? I have. I used to watch that show on Showtime, Gigolos, and I used to think, like, could I do that?
It's gotta be hard because, I mean, for you to be aroused by someone, like if you're not attracted to someone, if you're not aroused by them, how do you? I mean, I'm sure there are ways.
Yeah, they say that. So like, I know like on the show they're like, I think like one guy's like, I think everybody's beautiful.
Which is a goddamn lie.
All right. Or another guy's like, I find something that I like about them, and that makes me hard.
Amen. More power to them. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
I think it would be very difficult, especially like I've seen. Like this one episode, this one dude did this bodybuilder, and she was like really built, and I didn't get my dick hard. This other one, he fucked his teddy bear, like this chick dressed up as a teddy bear. At least I think it was a chick dressed up as a teddy bear.
It was someone who dressed up as a teddy bear
Yeah,
and got
I'm
fucked.
pretty sure it was a chick because she had a vagina. I mean, it could have been a transgender
Yeah.
female, but someone
So
with a vagina in a
just-
teddy bear
just-
outfit.
just someone got fucked in a teddy bear suit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got his dick hard, man. How do you get your dick hard fucking a teddy bear?
Well, I mean, you just cut a little hole and
Go to town.
yeah, go to town.
I mean, I guess.
Practice at home.
So yeah, some weird shit. Like, I don't know. Oh, and there was this other chick. I think she had like had gotten into an accident or something. She had like surgery, and I mean, obviously not her fault. Like, but her face was kind of messed up from like the accident. So that was an interesting one. But yeah, you got to be able to get it up. It's like being a porn star, but different. You know, like I don't know if I could do it. Could you?
Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time satisfying one woman at a time. And I gotta like do it on demand.
Yeah.
Various?
Mm-hmm.
No. Wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. Plus, my dick's not big enough to like chicks be like, oh.
To be like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Well, not always. I'm sure, like I said, there's a demographics for everybody's got their tastes.
That's true.
Maybe there's chicks that like, not so big dicks.
Yeah, could be.
So they'll be like, "You are perfect, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Come to mama." You know.
And you're like, oh, time to get paid.
That's right. It's time for me to shine.
Making money moves.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, it'd be an interesting profession, but I don't know if I could do it.
So what else have you been doing?
Fuck, nothing. Well,
I mean,
anyway,
you know what I've been doing. There's no point in asking me what's up with me.
Yeah.
'Cause
like us on Facebook, facebook.com. Anyway, no, what's it called?
On the plus side, I have rewatched all of Game of Thrones again.
Oh, I am on the second to last season, I think.
So season 5.
I don't know. The last episode I watched, spoiler alert, those who have not watched Game of Thrones, skip like 2 minutes in. I'm on the episode where Jon comes back to life. Like a couple after that, where him and Sansa are going to go to Winterfell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm rewatching the whole thing. Like I actually just finished the whole thing twice. So,
Damn.
I mean, come on. I mean, I was watching a lot as was before when I had to have a job, but now that I don't, it's like watched everything again. What else did I watch that's really good? Did you watch Umbrella Academy? That was pretty good.
I watched like a couple episodes here and there, but no, I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
And then did I tell you I started watching Doom Patrol?
No. Oh yeah, no, I think you did.
Did we talk about it last time?
No, I don't think so.
Shout out to Pete West for hooking up with that DC streaming
App.
login. Yeah, I started watching Doom Patrol
Where do you watch it on?
on computer.
Oh, okay.
It's the DC streaming app.
I wonder if
whatever.
it's on Xbox.
I don't know, but yeah, I just watch it on my laptop. It's pretty good. That is a great show. I must say, DC makes shit movies, but their TV's pretty good. Their TV and their animated division is pretty solid.
Yeah, I think Marvel, aside from like Daredevil and Punisher, their TV's pretty shit. Pretty much shit.
Punisher. I think Punisher and Daredevil was like
Were the top. There was
their
the
top. Yeah,
echelon.
those are fucking great.
Yeah, but aside from that, everything was garbage. I mean, come on, Luke Cage, pff. Iron Fist, garbage. Agents of Shield, trash.
I haven't seen Agents of Shield, but I haven't heard.
Um,
There were some other garbage ass ones. Like I think it was called Inhumans.
yeah,
I think that one lasted like. Did they even make it the whole
I
season?
don't know, man.
And there was The Gifted. I heard that was good though.
Yeah, I heard that. No, I think I did see that one. That one was okay. Part of it, but that one was okay.
It's just
It was
that
really weird.
It's just it's so stupid that like the fact that they couldn't use the word mutant
Yeah,
because it's owned by Fox. Well, not anymore, but like just that fact alone made it like it's like the fact that like I think we even talked about this like they can't use mutants, they can't use any of the X-Men, so they're trying to like find like a replacement, and they try to like kind of force feed us like this garble like oh okay well we're gonna call them Inhumans now, because we can't say mutants. It's like I don't want to watch this shit.
what's it called? Yeah. Also, today, the tickets for Avengers went on sale.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? It fucking crashed.
Yeah,
AMC's.
I couldn't.
Did you try?
Yeah, I tried. I tried on the website, nothing. I tried on the Fandango app, nothing. I tried on the AMC app.
I did it as soon as I woke up. Like the first thing I did as soon as I opened my eyes, I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta buy tickets."
Luckily,
And I bought them.
Bernard was able to get tickets. He
Oh,
got
did he?
tickets. But they were like when he got them, all the IMAX was sold out. For Friday, he wants to go Friday. But I'm also going to go on Thursday.
Ooh.
Because one of my other boys, he was able to get tickets to the IMAX at Navy Pier on Thursday at 10 o'clock.
I'm assuming it starts with a D. No.
No,
Oh.
no, not him. He's going,
Just not IMAX.
No, he's going to that one too. He's coming with us. He's
Oh, I see. So another friend.
another friend, yeah.
Oh, and Mama's not going with you?
I don't know, because I don't know. I think we were trying to go Friday because he wanted to go Friday, but we couldn't
Right.
get tickets. Like I couldn't get tickets. So Bernard was able to get a couple of them, but I don't know if he's gonna what he's gonna do with. He got 4 of them, so I don't know if he wants to give them me or he wants to give them someone else. So I already got one the day before.
Oh, I see. So Mama may be able to watch it on Friday.
Yeah, so he might be able to go Friday. But I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna cry
still-
about it. If he not, if those,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to wait like a week probably.
If not, I'll go watch it. I'll watch it twice. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll be watching it Thursday. I did get it for IMAX, but not at Navy Pier, just because I don't like going over there.
Yeah, you got it at 7 Bridges. That
Yeah.
was decent. It's not as
Yeah.
big as the Navy Pier one,
It's not laser either, but
but it's still.
I
it's
actually
still
don't. I actually don't even have to watch it in IMAX. The only reason I got it in IMAX was because Alejandro and his brother wanted me to watch it in IMAX. I'm like, I guess, but I'm not gonna go Navy Pier. Navy Pier, how much was the tickets? Like $20 or some shit.
Yeah.
They're expensive as fuck, man. I'm not, and then plus parking's like $40. I'm not spending $60 on.
Parking is not 40
Last time we went was like 40.
for 2 cars. Yeah,
No, one car. It's like
No.
40.
it's not.
It's like it was like $100.
Trust me, I've been to Navy Pier.
It was like $100 for parking.
I've been to Navy Pier way more than
plus,
you have, and I know.
$100
Do
plus
not listen to Junkyard. He does not know what
$40 for
fuck
the
he's talking
for the
about.
tickets. It's $140.
Junkyard does not know what the fuck. Okay, if you paid 140, you fucking got, and I don't even feel bad for you because you're an idiot if you paid that much.
Anyway, it was expensive. All right,
That was not bad.
I go to 7 Bridges. It's free parking. $11 for the tickets.
That's one thing. Yeah, 7 Bridges does have cheap tickets. For,
Dude, regular movie ticket is like $5.
for fucking an IMAX
Yeah.
too, and it's not like the Navy Pier IMAX,
But it's not like the other IMAX.
But it's also bigger than every other IMAX.
Yeah.
I think it's like the second biggest one.
Yeah.
and it's really nice. So like that is actually because you
$11
because you pay a lot more for these fucking Limaxes
right
out here.
Yeah. The other regular IMAX, or like not that regular one, but
Limax.
the commercial IMAX, as you call
Yeah.
it, that the one that's like at every movie theater.
Yeah,
Those I think is like $16 or some shit like that.
yeah.
So 16 versus 23 versus 11. I mean, 11 obviously is the best.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like I would have. I mean, I prefer if I went to that one to 7 Bridges, but I mean, it is Avengers, it is Endgame. I figure, what the hell, you know.
And then that's also at 7 Bridges. I checked the first thing in the morning when I checked. I needed 4 tickets. There were only 4 tickets left.
So
Like,
what's-
well, no, there were singles, but there was only one set of 4.
and what were you seated?
So they weren't great, but they weren't terrible. You weren't. So you know how usually theaters they separate the front section with the back section. You usually have that walkway in the middle
Yeah.
to like go to your seats. I'm at the first row, right where it hits the walkway,
Towards the back or in the front?
the back.
Okay.
So
You're
I'm
in
on
the first row, like left or right?
right.
Okay.
So I'm not like in that front section. I'm in the back section, but it's still that first. It's like the first row.
Yeah.
But there's pluses, minuses. Obviously, you're closer, but the plus is like you got leg room
You got a lot more legroom, yeah.
because you got that fucking like the whole like aisle in front of you.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And if you have to go take a piss, you have to worry about like stepping over people and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for
For $11,
yeah.
shit. Yeah, it's not bad.
So I am excited for. I told my wife today I bought them, and she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Cause I want to go see it." And she's like, "Well, I don't." And I'm like,
Damn.
"All right."
Well,
No, she does. She
That's
did say
funny.
I know. She's like,
that'd be
eh.
funny.
She doesn't really like superhero movies. Her favorite superhero movie is Black Panther.
That's a good one.
That's the only one she really, really enjoyed. The rest she was like, meh. So, I don't know.
The Academy Award nominated.
They're hilarious. The only superhero movie she liked was the only superhero movie ever to get nominated
because
for
she
an Academy
knows
Award.
what's good.
What do you call it? I am looking forward to seeing Shazam. I still haven't watched that.
Actually, yeah, I do want to watch. I'm behind. I still haven't seen Captain Marvel.
What? Don't worry, you're not missing out much. I know Mamba's like, you're a fucking troll. The movie was great. It was not
Well,
great.
in his defense, you're a troll.
I am.
So
But no, honestly, I did not think that movie was all. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like the worst It wasn't the worst superhero. Like, I mean, it was.
I
wasn't as bad as Thor.
Even if it is, I still gotta watch it.
Right. Yeah, you still have to watch it, but it wasn't really great. I thought it could have been better done. Like, it wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't that. I felt like it wasn't that exciting. But I don't know. It wasn't Marvel's best like go at a movie. They've obviously made a lot
It
way
wasn't
better.
Daredevil like with Ben Affleck.
Ah, of course
Now
not.
that was pinnacle.
Yeah. Now that's a Marvel movie you can set your clock
Or
to.
Elektra. It was so good. It got its own spin-off.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Garner. I mean, who doesn't love Alias? But anyway, yeah. Captain Marvel, meh. Not the worst, not the best. Just kind of meh. But yeah, you probably have to watch it before you watch Avengers, though. So you better hurry the fuck up. Tell Momba. He wants to watch it again for like the third time.
I've been trying, but like his schedule, he's been working, like
Working, going to school,
going to school,
making more money than you.
definitely making more money. Dude, he could have a fucking part-time job getting paid less than minimum wage, and he's making more money than me.
How does it feel that Mamba is making more money than you, and is in a better, is like doing things in life?
How do I feel? I feel bad. I feel terrible.
Like out of all people, Mamba is doing better than you.
I liked it better when Mamba had no aspirations. He had no goals. He didn't have a girlfriend. But now he's got like a girlfriend. He moved out. He's like living on his own. He's getting raises. He's getting all these recognitions.
He's living his best life.
He's living his best life. And I don't like that. I don't like to be surrounded by successful people.
No.
That makes me feel shitty about myself. I need to be surrounded by people who are just as downtrodden as me. So if Mama keeps this up, we won't be able to be friends.
No, not at all.
Nope.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Because we got other things to talk about. Not just putting down Mamba because he's not here. You know what I'm saying?
What's next on the what do we got on the agenda?
All sorts of things. But hold on. Let me we take a quick break here, but the listeners will not know
All right, we're gonna have an
what's
intermission.
going on here. Well, for us, you guys will not even.
Can you play some intermission music?
Well, no. What's the point?
Just why not?
Because
Play the fucking music.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
and we're back, just like that,
That shit took fucking forever. I'm falling asleep over here.
bro. I was busy, man. I'm a busy man. You know, I'm in high demand. I can't just
Well, do that shit on your own time. Why the fuck did you say we had to record today?
Well, because those I had to give. So a friend came over, or a friend of a friend came over.
He's not even a friend.
Well, he's my wife's friend's boyfriend.
So he's not your friend.
I'm gonna befriend him,
But he's not your friend.
but he will be.
But he's not.
But he will be.
So not only did you like stop this podcast, you stopped it for someone that's not even your friend.
Well, I had to give him some fucking like salsas and shit.
Someone
that she
who's
sent
not your
over.
friend.
But it was more for my wife's friend.
So
You know?
like I said, not your friend.
Yeah, but I had to go let him in.
Your wife can't navigate the door.
Yeah, she can, but she didn't feel comfortable just like
She doesn't feel comfortable opening the door for one of her friends.
one of her friends' boyfriends.
One of her friend's boyfriends. So it's not even her friend.
It's her friend's boyfriend.
So it's not her friend.
Well, not directly, indirectly.
Obviously not, because she doesn't feel comfortable opening the door for this person who she's not friends with and you're not friends with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this total fucking stranger,
Yeah.
and you stop the podcast.
So?
And then you spend half an hour.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Anyway,
Total fucking waste of time. And it's not even your fucking friend or your wife's friend.
bro, you have to be cordial with people, just in general.
Yeah, people that you know. Look, man, if he's coming over to pick some shit up and he's not my friend and he's not your wife's friend, I'm just saying if I were you, like, all right, here you go, and have a nice day. Keep it moving. See, what you do is you open the door, but you don't close it. You just leave it opening so that way they know, hey, you know, you gotta. This is gonna be a quick transaction here.
Well, bro, I had to like put him on like a lot of places. So like he's Venezuelan from Venezuela, but he's lived here for
So
like
he's a socialist.
Maybe.
So he's not your friend. He's not your wife's friend. Your wife doesn't feel comfortable being alone with him. And he is a socialist.
So? What's wrong with
And
that?
you stopped this podcast for 30 minutes for that.
It was like 27.
That was fucking ridiculous. You know, you're not really helping your cause in any way.
Anyway,
All right, so keep going.
he's lived in the city for 8 years. And he hasn't tried some of our best. Like,
Okay, does he not have a phone?
well, yeah,
Obviously he
but
does because he was texting you, right?
well, yeah,
And
but-
couldn't you message him this information later after he left? After
but it's not the
podcast?
same. Like, it's like a face-to-face conversation. You know what I'm saying?
What's different between you telling him go to this place than texting him go to this place?
Because like I gotta put him on. I gotta be like, this is what you should go here and try this. Like, oh,
Okay,
you know
no-
this place.
okay,
And then you can't like,
everything you're saying is not something you cannot do over text.
and not just that, but you can't like emphasize. You can't. He won't be able to read the emphasis like of like things like, oh, bro, you gotta try this. Like, you gotta do this.
You
gotta do-
can message him that exact thing. Hey, bro, you really gotta try this.
Yeah, but it's what it's gonna sound like. It's gonna sound very straight.
No,
Like it's not
you
gonna. It's
throw-
not gonna. It's not gonna strike like.
You're throwing some. It doesn't matter. You don't fucking know this guy. Your wife doesn't know him. It doesn't matter.
Well, we do. I mean, we know him. We went on his
You
boat
don't know him
last year.
well enough to where your wife is comfortable opening the door for him.
She just didn't feel comfortable like chatting them up.
First of all, if your wife doesn't feel comfortable opening the door for someone, you probably shouldn't even let this person in your house, let alone spend 30 minutes with him.
It's not that she didn't feel comfortable like specifically because it was him. It was more like she just didn't feel like comfortable
She
like
doesn't
to
feel
start
comfortable
striking up a conversation.
Talking to this guy that she doesn't know. Of
Well,
course,
she's met
'cause
him
she
like
doesn't know
she's
him.
met him like 3 or 4 times already.
But so she's met him 3 or 4 times. So she is obviously not comfortable enough after meeting him 3 or 4 times.
Well, no, it's not that. It's more like she just didn't know. Like she wouldn't know how to like converse with him. You know,
Because she's not comfortable.
not that she's not like comfortable.
You want to
it's
know why
just-
she's not comfortable? Because she doesn't fucking know him. And you don't know him either.
bro. But you gotta get to know people. And I was trying to get to
Okay,
know him.
you can do that on your own fucking time.
bro. This is my time.
This is not your fucking time.
Whose time is it?
You're fucking wasting my time.
You don't. More. You got a job. You got nothing
That's
else to
true,
do.
like, but still-
You've got nothing but time.
So exactly. Imagine if I had a job. Imagine if I had. How livid would I have been? I don't have a job. I have nowhere to be, and I felt like that was a monumental waste of my fucking time. And my time is not at all valuable at all right now.
Exactly.
But even then, and then like you make it worse by saying, "Oh, I don't know him." Oh, my wife doesn't know him either.
Well, it's not that I don't know him. I know who he is.
I don't
I've
know
talked
who
to
he
him.
is. My wife doesn't know him. And she doesn't feel comfortable talking to him. Then why the fuck are you even talking to this guy? Why'd you even open the door?
Because I had to give him salsas that his girlfriend sent over from Mexico.
Why couldn't his girlfriend send him to him?
Well, because like
Does his girlfriend know that your wife isn't comfortable talking to him?
no, because it's not that she's not comfortable talking to him. She's comfortable talking to him.
Does his girlfriend know who these sauces are for? Does she know that your wife is not comfortable opening the door for this guy?
Well, it's not that she's not. So you're kind of misconstruing this. It's not that she's not comfortable necessarily like because it's him. She's more just like doesn't know how to like interact with him, especially because
Even though she's met him 5 times.
yeah.
And she's still not comfortable with
Well, it's because the thing is that
Okay.
I've talked to him more than she
There
has.
are people in this world that you just get a bad feeling about.
No, but he doesn't strike that vibe.
Okay, so he doesn't strike a negative vibe, yet your wife is not comfortable
It's
opening the door for
it's
him.
more because she's shy.
But she's already
You know?
met him like 5 times.
Yeah, but I've talked to him more than she has.
It doesn't matter. She's met him like on multiple occasions. And if she's not comfortable opening the door for this guy, that should tell you something about the character of this person.
Well, not that. It has nothing to do with his character. It's just that she just didn't want to like
She didn't want to talk to him.
Not that she didn't want to. It was more like she
didn't
she talked to him right now when I was with her.
She didn't want to put herself in a position where she had to socialize with him, right?
Not really that. It was
Yeah,
just that
that's
she,
exactly what it was.
It was more like she didn't know what to say.
So then
Like
why-
I broke the ice. Like I'm the fun loving person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're this fun-loving person that is breaking the ice with this Venezuelan socialist who your wife doesn't like.
We don't know
And
if
you
he's
don't even know.
socialist. He just comes from a socialist country. Just because you've come from a socialist country doesn't mean you're a socialist.
I mean, there's a reason why your wife doesn't like him. It's probably not because he's a capitalist.
Well, he works for a capitalist company.
Well, of course he does. Because all socialists are hypocrites.
Bro, I thought you were a socialist.
And also a hypocrite. That's how I know.
Bro, our boy Cheeseballs is always calling you a socialist. A goddamn libtard socialist.
Yeah, and your wife would open the door for him. That's the difference.
She probably wouldn't open the door for me either. She'd want me to be there.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But then he's kind of weird sometimes. So,
She wouldn't do it for you either.
first of all, I would never have sauces delivered here for
What
me
if-
to pick up.
Well, if you had a girlfriend that was
If I had a girlfriend that wanted salsa,
no. If you had a girlfriend that lived in Mexico and she wanted to have you,
okay. If I had a girlfriend in Mexico and she wanted to send me salsas, is he fucking homeless? Does he not have an address?
he does
So why did she send him to him?
because it's cheaper and faster if she sent them with Myra
Where the fuck does he live?
here in Chicago.
Oh, so she's a mule.
A salsa mule.
She smuggled this contraband.
It's not contraband. It's very legal. There's very legal salsas because there's nothing illegal about them.
So your wife transported this contraband.
It's not contraband. It's illegal.
If it's so legal, why is she afraid to open the door for him?
It has nothing to do with that.
Is she afraid of the illegality of the transaction that
No.
she's like, I don't feel comfortable opening the door and talking to this guy for more than a minute?
No, that's not what happened.
That is exactly what's going on.
You don't know what you're talking about.
This is what you're telling me.
You're just blowing this whole thing out of proportion with fucking socialism and fucking contraband. Like,
Bro, I'm going by what you're telling me.
yeah, how about let me start.
All you're doing is like, hey, I'll be back. I gotta give some salsa to this guy. Okay. Why don't you just have your wife give it to him? Oh, because she's not comfortable opening the door. She's not comfortable being alone with that guy for. I'm like, that's okay. That's cause for concern. Like, all right, it's cool. Okay, maybe is this one of your friends? No, I don't know him. One of your wife's friends? No, she doesn't know him either. Who the fuck is this stranger that you're wasting my time for?
Well, clearly, it's more important for me to hang out with him than hang out with you.
Yeah,
so.
I see that.
So hey, man, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I feel bad for your wife. You got to put her through this.
She's the one that did it for her friend.
So it's her friend, the guy that came.
No. Her
Oh, okay. So it's not her friend.
his girlfriend is her friend.
So she's friends with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend asked your girlfriend or your wife
Yes.
to smuggle these
That's
salsas.
smuggling.
Okay.
Not smuggling, but okay.
So basically, you smuggle these salsas, and she's gonna have a runner. That's what they call them in the drug world. Pick it up at a later date,
I guess.
and you're comfortable with all this.
Because they're just salsas. It's not illegal. And he's not a runner. He's the final destination.
If he's
He's the
okay,
consumer.
so everything's legal
Yeah.
on the up and up.
Yeah.
Why is she afraid to be alone with him? Does this guy?
She just didn't want to like
All
have
right,
to chit chat with
is
him.
he a convicted felon?
No, not that we know of.
So he could be,
I mean, yeah, I guess he could.
but your wife does not want to be alone.
It's not that she doesn't want to be alone. It's more like
Does that mean she has to be alone? She won't even open the door, hand him the salsa so he can be on his way. She's not even comfortable doing that.
well, she's not just gonna be like, here,
Yeah,
get the fuck out.
Well, yeah, that's how she should. It's like, I already carried this shit over here for you. Like.
Well, technically, she didn't carry it over.
So who carried it?
Alejandro carried it over.
So you even had Alejandro as your fucking accomplice for this. So your wife didn't even bring the salsa.
No, she did.
Alejandro did.
Yes,
So why didn't he keep them?
because they're not for him. They were for this guy.
Doesn't matter. Send him to Alejandro's house. You're all strangers to each other anyway. Might as well send him to his house. He doesn't know him. He probably knows him as well as you know him.
He's met him once.
Yeah, your wife's met him 5 times and doesn't want to talk to him. Just send him to his house. Hey, Alejandro, just keep these. I'll send this guy to your house. He works from home. It's not like he's going anywhere. Why don't he just keep them and then he can go pick them up at his house?
That'd be more out of his way, though. It's closer.
Okay,
for him to come here.
okay, it's out of his way, but you're doing the fucking favor. If he complains like, oh,
It wasn't a favor for him. It was a favor for his
exactly.
girlfriend.
So you're doing them a favor by just smuggling them in. So he can go out of
But it
his
wasn't
way a few miles.
smuggling.
He can go out of his way a few miles to pick it up, pick up something that you did him a solid to get over here, instead of putting your wife in this fucking awkward ass situation. You're a fucking terrible person. You are a fucking horrible person, dude.
She's the one that put herself in the situation. I'm not the one that agreed to this.
So it was her idea.
It was her friend asked her, and she agreed to it.
Okay, so her friend asked her, "Hey, I'm gonna send some fucking stranger to pick up this shit."
No, I'm gonna send my boyfriend to pick up these salsas. Can you take them for him? And she said, "Yeah, I'll take them over. That's fine." No problem.
Even though she's not comfortable opening the door for this guy. Just send him to fucking Alejandro's house.
What if Alejandro's not comfortable?
He's awkward as fuck. He'll open the door. He'll leave on his own. He'll open the door, be like, "Oh, let me just get my shit. I'm out." Trust me, there's gonna be no conversation. Alejandro will probably just stand there, and be like, "Hey, here's your shit." He'll be like,
You want to play?
thanks.
Some?
You want to play a game?" He'd be like, "No, thanks. I'm already playing." So, yeah.
Oh, you're blowing this way out of proportion, man.
Fucking 30 minutes. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
You just spent 30 minutes blowing it out of proportion.
No, it took me that long to understand the situation because I thought it was a simple, my friend is picking up some salsas that I brought from Mexico. I couldn't find out they're not for him. They're for his girlfriend. He's not even your friend. He's not your wife's friend. Your wife doesn't even like the guy. She's afraid to be alone with him.
She never said she didn't like him.
Like, the more I delve into this, like, the less I like this story. Then I find out that your wife is not even the one that smuggled them originally. You had our friend Alejandro, who's like a nice guy, who was probably like trying to do you guys a solid. So you basically implicated him in this whole scenario for this fucking stranger that your wife doesn't like.
It wasn't smuggling. It's not that she doesn't like him. She likes him just fine. I'm probably going to go play golf with the guy.
So your wife is cool with you golfing with some guy that she doesn't like?
Yeah.
Is Alejandro going? He should get the invite. He's the one that fucking did all the heavy lifting.
No, because I had to transport it from Alejandro's here.
So you couldn't. So it was already Alejandro's. So you went even more out of your way.
No, because I work by him, so I'm like 2 blocks away.
So you just left it there. Leave this house at his house.
And she's like, "Hey, bro, if you want to pick up them salsas, you pick them up at his crib."
Yeah, when he messaged you like, "Hey, I need to get my girlfriend's salsas from your wife." Well, they're at this address. Ask for Alejandro. He'll be ready and waiting.
With his shirt off.
Does he work without his shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's a pretty fit guy. So I mean, if I look like that, I'd probably take my shirt off too all the time. Fucking waste of time.
Oh my god, complete blown out of proportion. I wish Mamba was here. Where's Mamba? We should call him.
Oh, Mamba will hear about this.
We should call him and see what's up.
No, we shouldn't.
Why not?
Because you've already wasted 30 minutes. That could have been the time we used to talk to him.
The listeners didn't feel the 30 minutes.
Gotta keep moving. I gotta go home. I got some strangers coming to pick some shit up that nobody in my family likes them. We don't know who they are, but I gotta give them some shit that my friend smuggled. So you understand, right?
I mean, I do.
Of course you do, because you just did that. So we can move on.
Anyway, all right. I guess we will move on.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Do you know what the penalty is for if you get caught being a mule?
What?
What does it matter? Alejandro's the one's got to worry about that. Continue.
Well, it wasn't illegal, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, today's crazy news story is grieving dad claims daughter was killed by son-in-law's huge penis.
Oh my god. This is either somewhere in Florida or a third world country.
You are correct about one of those two.
Nice.
So this was actually sent in by our friend Mr. Bernard, who always sends us these fucked up stories. I don't know where he finds them.
Hey man, he must be delving into some dark corners of the web
to find these. Like, I wonder what's on his news feed.
What's on his day exactly? I wonder what kind of, because you know how like on your phone you get those alerts from like CNN. I wonder what kind of shit he gets. I bet you this was like one of them, like girl gets killed by huge dong. Like, oh shit, that looks interesting.
Let me read that one.
Let me read that one. Let me not only read it, but let me send this to my comrades.
Right.
Continue.
Anyway, so the article goes ahead and says, a man was forced to show his penis to police after his father-in-law believed it to be so big it was responsible for death of his daughter. Wait, hold on. Before I read more, that'd be a compliment, wouldn't it? Like if your father-in-law said to you, like, you killed my daughter, show me your dick. It's humongous.
I mean, that I don't think you can get a better compliment than that on your dick.
That
Like
you
your
become
dick is so big, you actually
killed someone?
That, yeah,
like be like, thank you, but no.
yeah.
Anyway, it says the man named Barsa was brought in for questioning by police in Indonesia
Oh God.
after his father-in-law claimed
I'm surprised you even have fucking police in Indonesia. Anyway, continue.
after his father-in-law claimed his daughter had died during sex with Barsa. 55-year-old Nedi Sito from the village of Maran Kidul in the Marin district of Indonesia's East Java province called the police following the sudden and tragic death of his 23-year-old daughter, Jumantri. Jumantri was found dead in her bed, having apparently suffered from an epileptic fit during the night. Nedi, however, had reportedly heard rumors that his son-in-law accidentally caused harm to Jumantri due to his penis, and therefore told police about it. Upon questioning Barsa, the police forced him to take his trousers off to prove the size of his manhood, while members of Jumantri's family and village officials looked on as witnesses, according to the Mirror. After seeing the size of Barsa's penis, however, police were satisfied that it was not a reason for Jumantri's death. Probolingo Police Crime Investigation Unit head Rianto said, after seeing directly the genitalia that was thought to be oversized, it turned out to be of standard size.
So here this guy goes from like having the biggest dick in fucking Indochina to like, yeah, you're just fucking the average.
So right there, and then father-in-law dropped and they apologized to each other. It was then agreed that Jumantri had sadly died of an epileptic fit during the night. She had suffered from the condition since she was 14 years old. So yeah, that's it.
That's, oh my God. You should look up that, whatever that place is. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
What was the name of the place?
Scroll up. No, go down. Right there. The village of
The Marin district, village of Marin Kidul. Let me see.
You can just
Marin
highlight and
Kidul, Indonesia.
see what Google Street View has to say about this.
I don't think that
if they have
even
streets.
reached over there. Oh, here you go, Marin Kidul, East Java province. That's exactly where.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any roads in that Google Maps.
There's a couple roads, not that many. What's this? This is a picture. Here's a picture. It's not. Oh, maybe it is Street View. Oh, here let's pull this up for the viewers to see.
See where these giant dick
The giant
men
dick
live.
lords live
Yeah, so this is where the dick lords live.
in Indonesia. Look at this.
I mean, it looks like a third world country. It looks like Mexico.
Kind of does look like Mexico a little bit. Oh, look at this motherfucker. He's not wearing a shirt. He probably got a huge dong.
Let's see if you can zoom in on his you can kind of check his bulge. We should be able to tell how big it is. Oh, no, we can't tell.
No, he's wearing jorts.
Nice.
He's got no shoes on.
Well, I mean, in some parts of the world, that's just how they are.
Look at these motherfuckers. Oh, look, they got little trolleys and shit. These guys are on motorcycles. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, he got like a baby on his fucking scooter. He's like 3 babies on his scooter and a little girl.
Well, damn.
What the fuck, dude? This is how they roll in Indonesia?
That is how they roll. Like, those are like very, very narrow streets. Like, I don't think you get more than.
That's why everybody's riding a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a shit ton of people. It's like a party going on over here.
You know, I am not just. I'm like.
This is a big dick party going on
This
over
is not what I expected. I expected like huts. There's actually like houses.
here. Yeah, this looks like a lot like Mexico.
Yeah.
Maybe we should hit up Indonesia.
I actually liked it.
You don't feel threatened?
I do not feel. I mean, I would feel threatened that everyone's got a bigger dick than me. So yeah, I do feel threatened.
Hold on, there's this, and you might be decapitated by one.
Yeah,
By a big dick.
that's true.
They're like anacondas out there. They
Like
just
I
fucking
don't
eat
know
you.
what's worse: the fact that I'm going to somewhere where like I could just get killed or beheaded, or the fact that everywhere I go, everyone's got a bigger dick than me.
I don't know. Look, I'm following this guy on his motorcycle. How far do you think he goes?
Oh, I thought that like fucking his scooter like fell over or something.
No,
That'd have
look
been
at this.
hilarious.
Bro, we're just like following this guy. Look at this.
Guess so.
Dude, he's still there.
Hey, man, what's the mileage on that fucking scooter?
I know.
He's
What's
still
the
trucking.
miles per gallon?
How many gallons do you can fit in there? Like 2?
Uh-oh. I think...
You lost him.
Yeah, I did lose him. Did he...
Oh, there's a fork. Which way? Which way?
There's a little fucking rooster right there.
It's
Yeah,
called,
where'd he
it's
go?
called a cock.
Maybe this is his motorcycle right here.
No, he gone.
You sure?
Yeah. He's gone into the ether.
Maybe he fell into this river.
That's true. Maybe he did. Maybe he
Oh, no,
kept-
wait. Is that him right there?
Maybe he just kept going straight.
Oh, that's some
No.
other motherfucker.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. I guess we can leave the Marin or East Java province, Marin village.
Yeah. Seems pretty green. I mean,
Look, there's E E.T.
yeah, it reminds me a lot of Mexico. All right, moving on.
Oh, everybody's got a fucking motorcycle or a scooter out here. Anyway, yeah.
So 2 things everyone has: a scooter and a big old dick.
What would you rather have, a scooter or a big dick?
A fucking scooter?
Are you sure?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's move on, shall we?
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
You know what that means.
Yeah, what's your gripe?
No, you go first.
No, I don't have a gripe.
What?
Life is great.
No, it's not. Motherfucker, for you right now, you're down in the dumps. You should have like 100 gripes right now.
So I guess my biggest gripe is now that I'm unemployed, I kind of have to watch how much I spend.
Like before you would just like
Before
falling out of
before
control.
it's just like, yeah, whatever, you know. And I guess the more, like, as time goes on, like as these weeks go by, like, I realize more and more how expensive shit is that shouldn't be expensive.
Like what?
And it fucking upsets me. Like fucking toilet paper.
Toilet paper is expensive.
What the fuck? That should not be expensive. Even like the fucking great value 1-ply bullshit is fucking expensive. Like, that should not be expensive. What else? Paper towels, of course, that too. Like I try to get the ones where you can select the size so that, you know, you don't have to get the full one every time so it lasts
Right.
longer. But then that was more fucking expensive. Like, they charge you more for the select the size. Like, it cost them more to fucking perforate, add more perforations than to just, you know, get you a full sheet, which that's probably what they want you to get because those run out faster. So
you can
on
buy
that fucking
more.
game. So yeah, so it upsets me that that's expensive. What else am I pissed off that's expensive that shouldn't be expensive? Fucking deli meat. Like, when you go to like get like ham and cheese and shit, it's like $6 a pound, $6.50.
Yeah,
And then
expensive.
if you want the low sodium or like the shit that's not all fucking chemicals, that's not just Krakus ham. I think that's Krakus, the Polish ham.
Yeah.
It's like it's fucking like $7 a pound.
Wait, you like the Krakus or you don't like the Krakus?
No, I mean I like it because it's the fucking cheapest. I don't have a choice. But I try to get like something a little better.
So no more free range eggs
Like-
for you?
Oh no, that's one thing. Yeah, free range eggs. I understand those are more expensive, but I'm not upset that those are more expensive.
Oh, okay.
Because factory farming has gotten so like out of hand to the point where like it's hard to be profitable selling eggs that are free range because
Right.
just the fact that like you need the space, especially if you're like certified free range.
Yeah.
They have to have like a certain amount of time out in the grass and all that shit, and you would need like an extremely like large facility, you know, to actually bring that cost down. So I don't mind. I don't mind paying like $5, like $5 or $6 for 18 organic
Right.
free range. That's fine. Eggs, unfortunately. But then brings me next week. Fucking butter. Fucking why is butter fucking expensive?
Bro, someone's got to churn it.
The fuck out of here. Fucking I go, oh, let me get some butter, with like fucking Land O'Lakes. It's just fucking like $5. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So fucking butter, eggs, toilet paper. So like, all right, either I'm not wiping my mouth or I'm not wiping my ass.
I think you should not wipe your mouth.
No, fuck that. I'm not getting to. I'm not gonna not wipe my mouth because everyone can see that.
Yeah, but they won't be able to smell you if you don't wipe your ass.
I just say to someone else.
Or you just shower.
Oh, but you know what is cheap? Fucking Febreze. Just get some Febreze. It's cheaper for
It's
me
like
to get.
it's like a buck or some shit.
Yeah, it's cheaper for me to get Febreze than fucking toilet paper. Still Gucci.
Sounds terrible.
No, and all you do is just when you shower, just wash it all away.
How are you gonna dry yourself?
Hmm?
How much are towels?
Air dry.
Just walk around naked and
Just
shit.
stand there, hands up, spin around a few times, and just wait for it to evaporate. So yeah. So what else?
How about going out to eat? Have you gone out to eat lately?
I have.
No more Cooper's Hawks?
No, definitely not. Places I've gone is like fucking Subway,
McDonald's?
fucking McDonald's.
You're talking Mamba's language right now.
I did order a pizza, but I had that coupon from Anthony's where you get an extra large pizza for $16.99 and a 6-pack of RC. So that's what I had. But no Giordano's, no Lumonati's. That's for people. Lumonati's and Giordano's is for winners. And
You're not a winner?
I'm definitely not a winner. So I gotta stick to little skeezies. So
$5 hot and ready's?
$5 hot and ready's, yeah. But yeah, it's like the more I'm realizing this, the more upset I'm getting. So out at the grocery store, I'm like, fucking bullshit ass. Great value toilet paper is like the same price as fucking Scott tissue or Charmin. So, yeah.
That's your gripe?
So that's my gripe. Shit that's expensive that has no business being expensive. I feel like there's enough resources in the world where that shit should not be that expensive.
Just buy that 1-ply toilet paper at Scott's.
No, you buy the 2-ply and then you just separate it. And you have double the rolls.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Makes sense.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
My gripe has to do with Mexico. Actually, since I was visiting. Bro, like, I know it's fucked up over there sometimes because it's, third world country. What do you expect? Like, people are poor, whatever. But they really fuck you in some cases more than they do here. Like, you think you're getting fucked here. Like, right now you're unemployed and you think you're like, fuck, bro, they have it rough out there. I'll tell you what. So I learned about something. It's not really, I guess not really my gripe because it doesn't affect me personally, like directly, because I don't live there. But I feel bad for like other people, like my family members and like friends and shit like that,
Actual friends.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah.
People that your wife isn't uncomfortable
Right,
around.
exactly.
Okay, continue.
They have to like deal with it. So like, and like at least where I'm from, I don't know if it's all Mexico, but where I'm from, it's very common to fuck your employees. Not like literally fuck, but like fuck them in other ways. Fuck their pocketbook.
Basically financially.
Yes. So one thing I learned that they do out there is so to break it down simply. So here so over there they have universal health care, right? But it's instead of it paid by 100% by like taxpayers, how like other countries are, or like how they want to do it here when we talk about universal health care, it's paid kind of by employers, like partially by employers, partially by taxpayers, partially by employers. So basically the way it works is like the more you make, the more your employer has to pay for your health care.
The more money you make.
The more money you make, the more they get taxed.
Regardless of your health and...
Right. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Damn.
Like, they have to pay more for you.
Okay. So they basically pay a percentage of... So employers pay for the insurance that everyone uses, but they pay a percentage of it. And that percentage is determined by how much money their employees are making.
Exactly.
So the higher your payroll is, the higher you're contributing.
Exactly.
Regardless of... You could have 2 employees that are making $1 million.
Right.
You still got to pay the same amount as if you had 1 million employees making
$1.
Making $1. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's... I could see where... I mean, I'm no expert, but I could see where...
Well, no. It's the other way around. I'm sorry. Well, kind of. So here, let me break it down. So it's just something like that.
Okay.
So like, for example, the way they get around this paying taxes is like this. So say the minimum wage is, what is it now? Like $18, $16?
Where?
Here. How much is minimum wage? 12, 11?
I thought it was like
15?
I don't think we're at 15 yet.
All right, let's say for
sake of argument.
For sake of argument,
Just keep it
$15.
simple.
Yeah, $15 an hour. So let's say for, they pay since that is the minimum they can pay you is $15 an hour, they pay the least amount of taxes on that, right? But let's say they hire you for $30 an hour, right?
Yes.
So so you get hired. They put in your contract, or they don't put it in your contract, but they tell you we're gonna pay you $30 an hour, right? And you're like, cool, I'm gonna pay $30 an hour. Who the fuck doesn't want to make
Hell
$30 an hour,
yeah.
right?
Making money moves.
Right, exactly. So now when it comes paycheck time, you get one paycheck that says $15 an hour.
Ooh.
But they give you on the side check, like they kind of label it as a bonus. You're making the other 15.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, per
So
hour.
the bonus isn't taxable.
Exactly. The bonus isn't taxable. Only your $15 an hour is taxable.
Okay.
And since it's the minimum, I mean, obviously that's
Yeah.
the least that's the least they're ever going to pay.
To me, I don't care because I'm still getting the same amount.
Right.
Whether it's okay.
So you think that's not bad? I'm getting paid my $30, right?
Yeah,
It's Gucci.
yeah, it's Gucci.
But here's where they fuck you. Let's say you start, shit happens. You get late to work. You start getting late to work a couple of days. You start maybe you get a little lazy. You start slacking off a little bit. They're gonna be like, you know what, bruh, we don't appreciate you. We don't appreciate you being late. We don't appreciate you slacking off. We're gonna take away your bonus.
Damn. So now I'm only getting
$15 an hour.
$15 an hour.
Yep. Especially since legally you're only making $15 an hour.
And therein lies probably the fault in all this because now it's at the employer's discretion.
Exactly.
So you could be like the best employee,
Right?
But all they could do is like, I don't like your face.
Right.
You're not getting a bonus.
Exactly.
And even though that bonus is
Well, even though you were technically promised $30 an hour.
$30 an hour. So basically, you're promised a certain amount,
Right.
and they can break up that amount into your bonus and your
Right.
stipend
to avoid taxes.
to avoid taxes, however they want.
Right.
And they can choose to take away that second part,
Right.
also whenever they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could see why. Fuck,
So this is some tricky ass shit.
that is.
And the thing is, like, yeah, so like, and they're really doing it. They're doing it so they can avoid taxes. Because like, if they were paying you 30, like straight up,
They have to pay.
they'd have to pay more money in taxes than they would have on your
They have to pay-
15.
yeah, because they pay on. They pay like basically on payroll.
Right.
So the bonuses aren't on the payroll
Right.
per se. Just to
Exactly.
keep it in simple terms, I
Right.
guess. And yeah, so it's in their best interest to just not fucking pay you,
Yeah.
and that's how they get away with it.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it because you're on the payroll for $15
That's
an
true.
hour.
That's true.
How are
because
you gonna dispute that?
Not only that, but I mean, are you really gonna like quit your job?
Right. No,
Like-
you gotta feed your
Like,
family.
Yeah, you're like over there. It's not like where you can just quit your job and go work somewhere else.
Right.
Like,
And not just that, it doesn't even matter if you quit your job because if you go to the next job, they're probably gonna do the same shit to you anyway.
because everyone's all
Everybody's doing it.
because everyone gets charged.
Unless you're like a like at least from what I heard, unless you're like a multinational corporation, somewhere that has like multiple like
yeah.
like you're not just in Mexico, you're in the U.S., you're
Mm-hmm.
in Japan, you're in China. Unless you're in like that kind, if you work for one of those corporations, then you're not getting fucked. Like they're just gonna pay you what they pay you. They don't care about the taxes.
Yeah.
It's not they play by the rules.
It would behoove them to not fuck their employees over.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're
They're
multinational. Yeah, okay.
So
But other companies that aren't like
right,
some
like
of
just
the medium
national
size-
or maybe
yeah,
even like local.
medium or
Yeah.
smaller businesses, like they're the ones getting fucked.
Yeah.
Damn.
And obviously, the majority of the places you work that
That's
are,
true.
are there are like local to medium size, or small to medium size. So you're getting fucked coming in and going out. It sucks.
That does suck.
So, and I didn't know this. Like, this is the first time I heard of this. Like, I never, like, in my life heard of this, and I don't know why. Well, I guess people don't really. Well, most of my family works owns their own businesses and shit, so they're not really doing it, or maybe they are doing it, but they just don't talk about it.
Yeah, obviously they're not gonna. Hey,
They're not doing it to themselves.
I'm doing that too.
Right.
They're not gonna fucking tell you.
But I guess I learned this because I have family members and stuff that started working for businesses, and it's funny because one of the family members works for a business that helps other businesses avoid taxes.
That's the business,
That's the business,
and I bet you that business is
But
doing
it's-
it to their.
right? And they are, and that's the thing. Like, it's not like they're not doing it illegally.
Yeah.
It's by the
It's
book.
like loopholes.
Yeah, they're loopholes. They're just legally going through these loopholes.
So there's this company that their purpose is to help other companies exploit these loopholes.
yes.
Can you imagine applying for that company?
Well, the thing is that they don't tell you that. So that's the whole thing. Like I asked my friend or family member. I was like, why do you work there? And they're like, well, when we got hired, they don't tell you that's what you do. They tell you they're in like business or some bullshit. Like they bullshit you
It's
basically.
kind of like when they trick you into Herbalife.
Yeah, basically. Like you're gonna be your own boss.
You're gonna be your own boss. You're gonna make all this money.
Yeah.
You're gonna have people work under you,
Yeah,
and they're gonna be their own boss
Exactly.
by working under you.
exactly.
And you're gonna be your own boss by working under me.
exactly.
Sounds great. Where do I sign up? Next thing you know, oh yeah, you got to pay these fees
Yeah.
every week, every month. You got to buy this product,
Yep.
and by then it's like, oh, well, I'm in too deep.
Exactly. You can't back out now.
So,
You gotta open up your own
there
Herbalife
you
store.
go. Mexico is the Herbalife of the world.
Maybe not. Maybe there's more places like that. I can see there be more places like that. But anyway, so she works for this, and she's like, they don't tell you that. Like I just figured that out like later on.
And what are
Like,
you gonna do? Quit your job? Go
Exactly,
work somewhere
no.
else?
Well, she could, but
But they're gonna do the same thing,
Right.
It's like you can't avoid it. Damn, that fucking really sucks.
yeah. And I was like, man, dude, that's terrible. Like one of the reasons, like before, I used to think like, oh, I could live in Mexico, but now I'm thinking like, I don't know if I want to get fucked hard. You know, like here, you can't get away with that shit. I guess the only way here people get away from taxes is like paying you under the table. You know, there's jobs that'll pay you under the table, so that you don't. But that's that. You know, I guess that kind of helps both ways because you're not getting taxed and they're not getting taxed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
So it's just the government getting fucked.
yeah,
But they're fucking everyone anyway.
right,
So basically, just everyone is just fucking everyone,
yeah,
except the common people. They're the ones just getting fucked
yeah.
every which way.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking sucks.
So anyway, my gripe is Mexico sucks. At least the way they do
In that
they
aspect,
do
that is
shit, yeah. So that's my gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Solid grape.
Yeah.
Solid
Thanks.
grape.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Bravo, Junker. Bravo. If your wife could talk on this podcast,
She can talk on this podcast.
If your wife could speak the language,
She can a little bit.
if your wife had a gripe, it would be strangers.
Well, the thing too, like back when she worked there, she worked for the government, and the government doesn't fuck you like that because they're the government. Like
yeah,
they gotta set the example. They can't just
they can't.
do that shit.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
fuck you in other ways.
Right.
Yeah.
But not like that.
But if your wife had a gripe, it'd be strangers that you don't want to talk to. That just show up
Asking for salsa.
asking for fucking salsa that your friend smuggled.
I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be her gripe because she's the one that agreed to it. But okay. Anyway, let's move on to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba. Mamba's not here, but I will be answering in the place of Mamba. I've been dating this girl for 2.5 years now. We live in 2 different cities separated by 2-hour drive. We keep talking about moving in together, but one thing or another seems to get in the way. We both travel a lot. I mean, a lot for our jobs, etc. But up until recently, it seemed we were both dedicated to the relationship. Now what I feel are weird behaviors are starting to happen. It's been a few weeks since we've seen each other, but we kept in daily communication as per norm. It was a nice warm day out, the first time this year, and she mentioned to me that she was going to head over to the local park by her place to get some sun and read. Later on in the day, she tells me she met some guy who is married with a kid, and they had a nice conversation. I guess the kid kept kicking the ball towards her, so the guy had to go get the kid. She left it at that and mentioned she enjoyed the talk. I felt weird about this encounter. Well, fast forward 3 days later, and we were talking on the phone just before bed. We say our goodnights and hung up. A few minutes later, I forgot to tell her something, so I called back. We ended up getting into a difficult conversation, and after I asked her what her plans were for tomorrow, she said, get a haircut. She then starts talking about the guy and tells me they're going to meet up. I asked if his wife was going to be with them. Nope, just them. It turns out this guy asked her out for coffee that day at the park, and she gave him his phone number, and she accepted. She tells me she doesn't see anything wrong with this. Am I crazy? Is this normal behavior of someone in a relationship? I wouldn't do this unless I was seeking something new. It feels like a slap in the face of our relationship. Long distance Romeo.
Well, the fact that they live 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Like, you could have just stopped right there. You didn't need to read the rest. I could have just given you my advice right then and there.
Oh, yeah?
You need to cut it off.
Why?
You need to move on.
But 2 hours isn't that long.
Cut your lot. 2 hours isn't that long.
No, bro.
Fuck that. I think 45 minutes is an inconvenience.
Bro, remember I used to drive out to fucking Mokina. It was like an hour drive.
Yeah, but you're fucking weird. Like, that's just you. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. So, either, well, obviously the guy is interested in her.
Well, yeah,
That's an obvious one. So I could see why there'd be some cause for concern. Like, let's say his wife is being truthful and she doesn't see anything wrong. Obviously, he's interested in her. So the fact that she's going out alone with this guy that she knows is interested in him or interested in her, that's some cause for concern. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see. Is this normal behavior? I don't think it's normal because if the kid keeps kicking the ball to her, I'm pretty sure that guy told his kid to do that. And it was all planned from the beginning. He's like, hey, I want you to kick this ball to that girl over there nonstop. So this guy is exploiting his child to pick up bitches. So, yeah, I think he needs to just dump her.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know, man.
It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well.
I mean, I agree with...
Today it's coffee. Tomorrow it's lunch. You know what comes after lunch?
What?
Dinner. Dude, the fuck do you think? Dinner. Then it's dinner. Then you know what's after dinner?
What?
Dessert. Gotta have dessert.
Not always.
Yeah. And then you know what's after dessert?
What?
They're gonna fuck.
I thought that was dessert.
Who are you calling?
Nobody.
Why are you fucking... I'm turning off my mic. Turn off my mic. I don't want to talk to anyone.
All right, you don't talk to anybody. Your mic's off.
Okay, turn it back on. Turn it back on.
Yeah, you're on. Your mic's back on.
Okay.
But
I hope whoever the fuck you're calling doesn't answer.
Well, the listeners can't hear anything right now. Just hear you.
Well, okay,
wait, back. Let's get...
Junkyard is calling someone. And I hope that person doesn't answer.
Why?
How many fucking times is it gonna ring?
I don't know. However many times it takes.
It doesn't even have a fucking voicemail set up.
Anyway, so I think he should talk to her and be like, "What the fuck? Like, are you like?"
The thing is, long distance relationships are hard.
But it's even long. It's 2 hours. That's not long.
That's fucking long distance.
That should not
qualify. Dude, I'm telling you, anything
distance.
more than 40 minutes is fucking long distance. Anything more than 40 minutes,
bro.
40 minutes light traffic. If it's more than 40. Light traffic, that's long distance.
Bro, but it's not long distance.
It's not going to work.
Dude.
It's not going to work. They're just prolonging the inevitable. They need to just cut their losses. She needs to just date that guy that she met at the park. His wife's going to find out. They're going to get divorced. And then she's still not going to be with him because he's going to turn out to be a douchebag because that's what he does. He's a cheater. And he needs to just find someone else.
But I think he should just talk to her. I don't think he should just cut it off just like that.
Well, of course you would say that. I mean, you believe in just letting any strangers in your house.
Not just any strangers, but people we
not just strangers, but
that we know.
You're okay with people that your wife is uncomfortable around. Just gallivant among your domicile.
He wasn't gallivanting in the domicile. He walked in. We had a nice little chat.
He was fucking gallivanting among your
domicile.
See him? Yeah, I fucking saw him gallivanting about.
No,
I'm like, oh, this must be like their best friend. They're like, oh no, we don't even know the guy. So you just let this guy gallivant among your domicile.
He was not gallivanting in my domicile. He came by. We had a nice little chat, and
Yeah. So you had a nice little chat with a stranger. You can talk to strangers any other day of the fucking week. That's not now when you're recording this podcast.
But it's different.
Yeah, it's fucking different because your wife doesn't like him.
She does like him.
She doesn't like him enough to open the door. You can't like someone and not like them enough. Like I'm trying to see what level of like your girlfriend has for this.
How do
or
we
your
go
wife.
back? How do we
Excuse
go
me,
back to
sorry.
this after long distance Romeo? Do we answer this
I
question?
don't understand how. Like, okay, you can like someone and just be okay with them. Like, okay, I kind of like that person, but I've never liked someone, but not like them enough to where if they knocked on the door, I wouldn't open. That's disliking someone. Like every person that I would put into that category are people I dislike. So you can't say that she likes this person because she won't open the door for him.
It's that she won't. It's that she just didn't know how to like ice break. Anyway, back to fucking long distance Romeo. I think he should have a conversation with her and be like, "What the fuck? Why? First of all, why are you giving some like strange ass dudes your number? Like that shouldn't. That's not cool, right?"
You know what else isn't cool?
What?
When your friends smuggle shit for strangers that you guys don't know.
It wasn't. He didn't smuggle. It wasn't illegal. Smuggling is meant for illegal things. This was not illegal.
How much
This was
money
very
did he
le-
save
What?
by having Alejandro smuggle these salsas?
What do you mean save? Like as
obviously
opposed to shipping?
Yeah, how much money did he save in shipping?
Probably like $50.
Like American?
Yeah, 50 to 100, something like that.
So if he said that's a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you saved me $50 and you said, "Hey, go pick up these salsas at Alejandro's house because my wife doesn't like you and she's not comfortable opening the door for you," I'd be like, "Okay, thank you for saving me the $50 in shipping. I will pick up the salsas at Alejandro's house." That's how that should have gone.
Well, originally I was gonna drop off the salsas at his crib.
So
But
you
he
were going to
decided
drop
to-
off. So you were going to go even more out of your way for
What?
the stranger.
No, I mean, I probably would have been like on my way to like downtown or some shit.
That would have been better. You're not fucking putting your wife through this.
That's what I was gonna do, but he's like, "No, I'll pick him up." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, you want to know why? Because he want to just come into your domicile and gallivant about, wasting my fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah, he did that specific. He knew you were gonna be here.
Yeah,
Actually, he's
yeah.
like, Tony, is Tony gonna be there?
Oh, let me just gallivant about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
make
sure
I
he
take,
did.
I make sure I take my special time.
Yeah, and you let him.
Yeah.
And the whole time your wife is like, "When's this fucking gonna be over?"
Well, who am I to stop him from fucking you out of your 30 minutes?
Fair points. Fair points.
I mean, you're not better, do you? What would you be doing with those 30 minutes anyway?
Fucking be whooping your ass in Dead or Alive 6. Just for that, no free rounds for you.
You already said that.
Oh, but I was just kidding. I was going to give you a few free rounds. Now, no fucking free rounds. I was going to throw you a few bones here and there.
Oh yeah.
I was going to pick some other characters to give you a chance. Now, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going my main, and I'm going to fucking destroy you every single fucking round.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, we'll see after this podcast.
What's that?
I think it's Mamba messaging us like, "Why the fuck are you calling me?" Yep, that's him. Did you dial the wrong number? Why are you calling? All right, well, like us on Facebook, facebook.com. Follow us on Twitter and SoundCloud. And what else do we got?
We have all sorts of shit.
Right, well, list them off.
Li-
Play us out, Junkyard.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Also follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Like us, what was the other one? See, I forget all my. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Shoot us an email, newkidsonthepod. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Yes. What are you doing?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
I can hear him.
Mamba. Hello?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm doing my homework.
So, you are on the air with NKOTP. Congratulations.
It's a terrible podcast. Whoever's listening to it should stop listening to it now.
Why are you not here with us?
Because he's studying. You just heard him.
This is my last class to get my associates,
Ooh.
and I want to pass this exam so I don't have to take my math class again.
That is an excellent reason.
Because I'm trying to be Junkyard's boss.
You'll never be my boss.
I mean, at the rate you're going, you're going to be there pretty soon.
I know, because you know what? I set such a good example for Junkyard that he's actually applying to go back to school.
I thought he was just being a biter.
Yeah, he is being a biter.
I had
Junkyard.
FOMO. It doesn't sound like you're studying. That sounds like you're like in a public place.
Oh, I'm in the kitchen. My girlfriend and her brother are watching wrestling. They're getting ready for WrestleMania.
Why are you in the kitchen? Why aren't you studying?
Because I'm not trying to get distracted.
So he is studying. He's studying in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But don't you think that the kitchen would give you the most distractions?
Damn, bro, get him off you.
That's like the same thing as you being in a high school. It's very distracting. Right?
Bro, he's not even here.
Get him off me. He's coming in my head.
Did you guys play Dead or Alive?
No, not yet. We're gonna play after the episode.
Junkard, are you getting lubed up for the?
Yeah. No lube. I'm gonna go in fucking raw.
Ooh.
It's gonna feel like sandpaper.
What's it called? Are you gonna be back next week? Tony promised the listeners that you will be back next week.
I don't know why he would make promises that he can't keep.
Because that's what I do. I make false promises.
That's very true. That's very true.
So
I don't see why not.
when are you going to WrestleMania?
Sunday.
When do you go back?
Monday.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you can be back next week.
Yeah, and not only that means I'll have like a lot of material to talk about on the podcast.
Nice.
Cool, because I'm unemployed, so I have no material.
Today we spent all episode talking about Tony's unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
And how he's thriving.
Yeah.
Did you talk about how even though Tony is currently unemployed, he probably has more money in his bank account than I do?
No, actually, we said that you've been throwing it in his face that your boss is fucking gassing you up, fucking you're getting raises, and Tony's over here.
Like I found that very disrespectful. How you're talking about all your achievements and how everything's going well for you on the group chat. I mean, on the messenger, and you know my situation, so it's kind of disrespectful.
I'm glad. That means the intent worked.
He said he went from being in the headlines.
Bro, I went from making headlines to standing in the breadlines.
Hopefully me, and like I inspired Junker to go back to school. Hopefully it'll inspire you to get your act together and get a job.
Damn.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can inspire you to one day have a salad.
Dude, this is getting hostile.
I heard they're hiring at McDonald's. You can get all the sauce.
Yeah, you would like me to work there so I can give you all the discounts, right?
You could finally.
You'd probably call me up like, "Hey, you got any leftover cheeseburgers?"
That's true.
Oh,
good. I'm glad you hung up on him.
That was an accident.
That was no accident.
That was an accident.
All right. In a world full of strangers.
Oh, hold on. It's because he's on my phone now for some reason.
In a world full of strangers and smugglers.
Hold on,
don't subject your wife.
I accidentally put you on my phone. I didn't mean to.
I ordered it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Like you're on my phone instead of the computer where you were talking.
Okay, no one can hear you. I mean, listeners can't hear him. So
no, they can't hear you.
So hang up. We're done.
Okay, so can I go?
Yeah, you can go now.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Okay, bye. Anyway, I had to end that hostile conversation. It was getting dirty.
So you're like, oops, my finger slipped. You know we should have ended early? The fucking conversation you had earlier that took you like fucking 30 minutes while I'm sitting here waiting.
Oh.
That's a conversation you should have ended.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hopefully Mamba and us will be back next week. Well, we should be back next week. Tony's got nothing better to do besides this podcast.
I mean,
this is his number one priority now.
It's, yeah. I would like to say, like, I can't next week. I might be busy. Or, no, I think I got stuff planned. I got shit planned. I got nothing going on in my life right now.
Anyway, again, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. Instagram at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Shoot us an email, newkidsonthepod@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, just like how we talk to Mamba right now, 774-40-NKOTP. In a world full of unemployed people.
Don't be one of them.
I guess that's solid advice right there. All right, guys. Hopefully we will check you out next week. Most likely, yeah. Hopefully with Mamba. I think that's more the hopeful part of it. Kissies on your.
By the way, like, I like this camera setup. Like, is there any way we can keep it like this permanently?
Well, the split screen. Well, no, because Mamba's here, so that's.
I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
He gets it really close to you, and you guys.
No, I'd rather just him sit where he usually sits.
And have the split screen.
Yeah, just me and you, like.
Without Mamba.
Or you know what? Fine. You can get rid of yours and give him your split screen.
Oh, well, you don't need a split screen because you guys share a couch, so you guys are on the same screen.
We'll figure it out, Junkyard. There's 3 cameras. Fucking figure it out.
Today I only used 2.
So for the third one, can you split yours into 2, like a top and a bottom?
Why would I do that?
So you don't fuck with mine. I like this setup.
You want to be the center of attention? Is that it?
Yes.
You want to be in the headlines instead of the bread lines?
I'm tired of being in the bread lines, bro. Give me a headline.
Anyway, all right, guys. We will check you out next week. Kissies on your dickies.
When it's